I hope you're sitting down because tonight is going to be a feisty one. I am James, you are you. We are here for the week-ending episode of what? Of course, this is At Home with James, live on Twitch, currently 7 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. The date, Friday, April 2nd, 2021. Yesterday, of course, the first of the month. If you weren't paying your rent, perhaps you were having a fun prank pulled on you, or perhaps you were pulling a fun prank on someone else. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care if we've got any April Fools in the house. I'm not an April Fool's guy. Never have been. I'm not opposed to trying it at some point down the line. I'm not opposed to experimentation every now and then. Certainly when it comes to pranks, I've been known to be a leg puller, a chain yanker, a gear giver. Some people have been maybe known to refer to me as what you might call annoying or intolerable. But let's just put this out there. If I'm, teasing you and picking on you and sending you round and round, it means that I like you. And that's the perfect excuse to get out of any type of mean thing that you do to anyone. On tonight's show, much later on, Dimitri Kyres is going to be here. If you don't remember, last week he was still trapped in a bathroom from the At Home Awards, and he had been under the influence of a copious amounts of cocaine. So hopefully he's back and out of the crapper. Also here tonight, Rae Maitland, coming to us all the way, our second guest this week, from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, where COVID numbers are through the roof. But don't worry, Quebecers, we'll catch up. I don't know how often we're going to have Ottawa residents on this show. I'm trying to do a cool show here. And I don't know if having Ottawa residents on the show is really doing this show much in the way of cool cred, right? When you think Ottawa, you're not thinking, I can't wait to visit that place when COVID's over. Head over to the Byward Market, have a cup of coffee and sit by the Rideau Canal, maybe take a look at Parliament, and then you're back home by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyways, also here tonight, a man who wears many hats. His name is Thomas Barnwell. That's tonight's show, and that's our intro. I slid in, I did my work, and now I'm sliding out. That's the intro tonight. Before we really get into it, let me engage with the chat. Thank you so much for enjoying tonight's festivities. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to disengage with the chat because Wednesday's guest, Jason Barker, is in the chat, Ottawa resident. Not only have I disparaged his city, but him as well. I don't think I'm going to engage with the chat very much more tonight. Now, here's the thing. If I make fun of Ottawa, it doesn't mean that I'm making fun of the people of Ottawa. I started this show off tonight by talking about how I tease the ones that I love. And what did I do? I immediately began belittling and mocking an entire city of perfectly fine people. The fine folks of Ottawa. My sincere apologies. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to start saying good things about Ottawa. It's going to end on an apology. Look, let's get on with tonight's show. Our first guest, he is an improviser. He is not only an improviser, he's a great guy. His name is Thomas Barnwell. Let's open the gates and let him in. Thomas, welcome back to the show. How's your Friday treating you?
Great, James. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Have you enjoyed any visits to Ottawa in your time?
In my time?
Yeah, in your time. The time that you've spent.
I've only been to Ottawa maybe 2 or 3 times.
Okay, 3 times. I would say that's enough to gather some type of opinion. What do you think? You had to rate Ottawa. What are some memorable things?
Well, right off the bat, I would say it doesn't deserve your scorn. I don't know.
Okay, hey, that's fair.
You're setting yourself up like the Don Rickles of Ottawa or something.
Okay. Don Rickles, not bad though.
Oh, funny guy.
Funny guy, right? Okay, so your review of Ottawa is that it doesn't deserve my scorn.
Maybe a little bit it does. It's okay. I visited, what is it, Parliament Hill and
Yeah.
the Tower. And
Yeah.
I did the touristy stuff.
Yeah, you were back by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I think I spent the night there. So
All right.
it was a long time ago.
Long time ago. So nothing that has wanted to bring you back since.
Man, you're putting me on the spot here. My adopted.
How about this? How about this? You know, when you've got kind of like maybe an aunt or a second aunt who's nice, but when you go to visit afterwards, you're like, oh, I'm glad to be on my way home.
Yeah.
That's Ottawa is your second aunt of cities.
Yeah, that's
right. You don't hate her. Nothing wrong with her.
You just never find the time to go visit her.
Yeah, you just never find the time. And then you realize, oh my God, it's been 15 years. And then you think, should I go? And you go, nah, we'll wait another 15. Let's make it an even 30.
One day you hear that she's died and
you don't care.
Well, you just think, well, I should have visited or called.
Yeah. But then you carry on with your day.
Right. Because what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? You can't go back in time now. So you think, well, I should have visited. How about pizza for dinner?
I had pizza for dinner.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a perfect segue. I advertised tonight's show as really Good Friday because, of course, today is Good Friday. Before we jumped on the air, Thomas, I asked you, are you a celebrator of Easter? You said yes. Tonight you had some pizza. Yeah. Now, not to project, I don't suspect that tonight was the Easter celebration.
No.
Okay. Now, will you be celebrating on Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. Now, you know what question is coming, right?
I do.
Thomas, are you going to be eating turkey for Easter?
No, I am not.
You're not going to be eating turkey. So people who don't know what we're talking about, famously, you ate 3 turkeys in the span of, let's say, a period of 8 weeks for Canadian Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
Right.
The last of which, I believe that you were so fed up, you drove the leftovers to various people across the city, including myself.
Yeah.
You had to get this bird away from you.
Well, just to make it clear, I didn't eat 3 turkeys on my own.
No, I don't want, and I do not want to perpetuate you like some type of turkey monger that you're sitting at home alone with a TV tray wearing a bathrobe and your underwear in front of the TV watching infomercials, just eating 3 turkeys.
No, I eat cheese when I do that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You want to have these meals that coincide nicely with certain activities. The turkeys you enjoyed with your family.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're not eating turkey. What will you be eating for Easter 2021?
A leg of lamb. I'll be cooking a leg of lamb.
Okay, so is this a traditional Easter meal in the Barnwell home, the leg of lamb?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of a traditional Easter meal.
Okay, so
or a ham. Some people go for ham.
That's a very Quebecois dinner.
Yeah.
At any time of the year, but especially at Easter, a nice ham. So you're going to be having a leg of lamb. How excited are you to eat this leg of lamb on a scale of 1 to 10? James is 10 being most excited, 1 being least excited.
Well, you know me, I'm a pretty low-key guy, but
that's true. You know what? You are a low-key guy.
Yeah. So I put this at an 11.
Okay, now, are you excited because you're so used to eating celebratory turkeys that you're finally enjoying a new dinner?
I like lamb a lot. I don't eat it often,
Yeah.
It's like that aunt in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So you're going to be celebrating with the whole family.
Yeah.
How big of a deal is Easter in your home? Because I can speak for myself in saying that I'm not quite sure that I've celebrated Easter in upwards of, I want to say, over 2 decades.
Okay. Well, you're at a tipping point, my friend. You've either got to get back on the Easter bandwagon or...
Yeah.
So anyway, my kids are older, but they were talking about possibly coloring Easter eggs tomorrow.
Okay, a fun activity. Now, do you think that's COVID related or just from the magic of Easter?
No, we think it's probably COVID related. We all did it actually last Easter because we were in lockdown.
Yeah.
It was novel, and we did fun things together. Now
Yeah.
we all hate each other.
Yeah. Now it's at a point where you can look back to previous COVID related activity. And now that's a new tradition. It's like, hey, we're all grown-ups. We're going to be painting the eggs.
Yeah, I'm not, but
Yeah. Yeah. I can't see you doing that.
well, I did it last year, but
This year you're over it.
I'm over it.
Now, have you told them, guys, you can do it? I'm not interested.
They didn't even include me in the discussion. That's how on top of me they are.
Now, okay, so they presumed Dad's not into it.
They waited until I had a mouthful of pizza. This discussion took place at the dinner table.
Okay, so this is only hours old news.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so your family has excluded you from Easter activities.
Yes, the news is only hours old, but the dysfunction goes back years. So
okay, so this might be this is the spillover to years and years of family dysfunction. They have now excluded you from family Easter activities. So your kids and your wife will be painting eggs. You were not included in the conversation.
And the conversation took place in French. So
okay, so not only did it take place in it didn't include you, but they said, you know what, French.
And they would shoot me glances, like the et carré.
Yeah. Oh, so they were disparaging you as an Anglophone. For people who don't know, that tête carré is disparaging to Anglos by way of Francophones.
Right. So, maybe that's my imagination, but that's certainly the paranoia I was experiencing.
I can't believe that this breaking news, you were the subject to anti-Anglo discrimination in your own home by way of your own family.
Yeah. And they went out for a walk, and that's how I get out of the basement, and I'm broadcasting from a different room than that. Yeah.
Okay, so they relegated you to the basement for all these episodes that you've been on. They've gone for a walk without you, and now you've taken over the whole house, where I can only hope that later on in the night, bathrobe and cheese.
Right. Plus, I jumped on all the beds.
Oh, you jumped on all the beds. Okay, so this is the result of defiance, if I'm understanding correctly.
It could be COVID related, it could be I haven't been out in a couple of days. So
now, can I ask, had they invited you in a hypothetical world to paint these eggs, would you have agreed to paint them, or would you have not painted these eggs?
I might have made a half-hearted attempt. The point is, they didn't invite me.
Yeah.
We'll never know. Had they invited me?
Now, jokes aside, though, do you feel any feeling towards not being invited?
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this, Thomas, I don't want to make any predictions or projections here. I see a lot of similarities between you and myself. I think we are both at times sharp-witted with a bit of what I call an iodine tongue.
Ooh. Yes.
Where we say things that might be a little bit poisonous. Is that fair?
That's very fair, yeah.
All right. Now, I would have also felt indifferent if I had a family that enjoyed spending time with me. I think they would have excluded from me as well, and I would have been indifferent too. But then I maybe would have thought to myself in a moment of reflection, is it right that I'm indifferent, or should I care? Should I care that my own family is excluding me from this activity because they're like, why bother?
Yeah. Well, it didn't really bother me. And maybe in some ways I thought, great,
Yeah. And I think I would have thought great too, because I like being excluded from things, because it saves me from having to say, you know what, guys, I think I'm going to take a pass on this one.
Yeah. Although, when they were little, my kids were little, we did it every year.
Now, did you enjoy it when they were little? I'm sure that on some level it was fun because they're kids, but on another level, this is my worry, that if I ever have kids, I'm going to do this stuff, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
Well, that's where you kind of learn that, being a parent is a lot of it is one big behind the scenes joke,
Yeah. We're getting some real insight behind the scenes stuff here.
Yeah. So
now, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I think we've got this rapport. Is there anything when your kids were growing up that you had to do that you're just like, oh, I can't wait for this to be over? Like whether it was recitals, talking to other parents, there's got to be something that people never like, it's like, hey, look, I'm going to give you the heads up now. When you have the kids, watch out for this. This is the worst. Is there one of those things or some of those things?
Generally, no. I mean,
Okay.
I was a good sport.
Yeah.
I like to, I'd like to see them do whatever it is they were
Yeah.
doing. But both of my daughters were big into Irish dancing. One of them is still doing it, like she
Yeah.
competes internationally and stuff.
Mhm.
But there were times where some of those, shows that you go to, it got a bit much. And
Yeah.
you were also dealing sometimes with, some of the families are really more into it, or
And that's the stuff that I think about. It's maybe not the kids, it's what the kids do and what goes along with what they do, which is other people.
yeah. Well, it's just fortunate that, like my mother never got to see me on stage at MIT because,
Yes, of course. Montreal Improv Theater, not to be confused with Montreal Improv.
sorry, yes.
Yep.
She would have been proud of me for one and not the other. But.
Yeah. There it is, the iodine tongue.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. So I know we've brought this up on the show a couple times, Thomas. So you talk about going to see your kids doing Irish dancing. My sister also did it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she did the Highland dancing. We come from a very non-practicing Irish family. The only real thing Irish about me is the sound of my last name and my appreciation for potatoes.
Okay.
Are the Irish known for being cheap?
The Irish I know are.
Okay, so there we go. I can check that box off. I am so tight with my money that I squeak when I walk. Well, I have to ask, if shows were to come back tomorrow and your family was like, Dad, we're all in, we want to come, would you be into that? Because I don't recall seeing your family come to watch you often, but I've seen them accompany you as an audience goer.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have seen, my wife has seen me a couple of times.
Yeah.
My older daughter, Catherine, she's been a few times to see me.
I have just conceptualized a brand new idea for a show. Okay. Right here, right now. Collecting a cast of performers, let's say anywhere from 5 to 6, and you get various members of their family to attend the show, and in between moments in the show, in between scenes, you check in with the family to see how would you like to see your dad react to this?
Yeah, okay.
Some type of show where it's like the family has a direct impact on the choices that are made from their family members. It needs some tinkering, but I think I might have something here.
I think you might. I'm having a hard time visualizing this.
Yeah. It's probably like the performers are on stage and there's maybe like the sides. I don't know where this show is even taking place.
It's not on Saint Laurent Boulevard.
It's
right?
not on who knows what happens though, right? Sure. Who knows? And that's not me being, I'm not dropping any little chunks of information here. I know nothing. Right here in the chat, we've got someone hire this guy as an artistic director. You know what they say? You can take the guy out of the job, but you can't take the job out of the guy.
Yeah.
Imagine that everything just goes back to normal. I just go back to booking improv shows.
Yeah, that would be kind of depressing, I think.
Yeah, for everyone, maybe for everyone.
I think more for you. It's like because I think you've got something great going here,
and if anything, I'm kind of the artistic director of this show.
That's true.
I went from bossing everyone around in the real world to bossing them around digitally and virtually.
Yeah, I've seen the slap marks on Dave Kaufman's face. So.
Oh, there you go. You get it, Thomas. That's why you're a regular on the show, because you get it, right?
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, Thomas, do you have any Easter wishes for the people watching right now on this cozy Good Friday night?
Oh, geez. No.
I like that. No.
Yeah, it's like I'm the wrong guy to come to for that. Just stay healthy, you know.
Yeah.
Life's kind of sucky. Make the most you can. Don't make the mistakes I made.
You know what? Let's just screw the Easter for a second. I just came up with a segment for you and me.
Okay.
We got to get someone to come up with a variety of scenarios to see how similar our answers would be.
Like the newlywed game, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you and me will be entering the newlywed game.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like we did do this sort of future James thing a little bit, and
That's true. And that's something that we have to do in the future once things come back.
Yeah.
Thomas and James bring you James and future James.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, you're looking at me right now, and if I'm your future, I would be extremely worried, my friend. So.
Hey, come on now. You got a family. Sure, they may exclude you from things.
Yeah.
I suspect you live in a home and not an apartment.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll leave it at that.
They, you know, and they have a moral obligation to take care of me when things go south.
I've never heard of something so loving in my whole life.
Yeah.
Thomas, I love when you come on this show, and let's get you back soon, okay?
Okay. Do you mean that, or is it like your visit to Ottawa, or that?
No. You don't ever reduce yourself to the Ottawa of this.
I don't want to be the second aunt in your life.
You're not the second aunt. You're my first father.
Make me a third uncle or something.
No, I know you first father.
First father.
Yeah, a title that has never once existed, at least by definition.
Well, you're going to be a great father one day. So.
Wow, there we go. I've got the official confirmation. Great father one day.
From the first father.
From the first father. Thomas, thanks so much. We'll talk soon, okay?
Take care, James. Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Enjoy the leg of lamb.
That's
Easter. Thomas. And happy Easter to you too. That's Thomas Barnwell. You hear that? I'm going to be a good father one day. When is that day coming, right? I look around. I'm living in my tiny apartment. I'm about to celebrate 10 years I was just about to give out my address on the show. I can't do that. Last thing I need is people banging on the door. Open up the door. They got like a crossbow. I'm coming for you, improv guy. 10 years in this apartment. Fit for one young man. I'm out there. I'm looking for work. I'm on the market for everything you could ever imagine. Only thing I'm not on the market for is any of that crappy Easter chocolate. Nobody likes this chocolate, right? Giant, hollow, tastes like soap. Sucks, man. Let's move on. That's what I say. See, I'm waiting for all these people to make jokes. I had to make myself laugh on this gosh dang thing, right? I laughed so hard at my own joke, I cried. Let's welcome our next guest. There was tension before the show with this next guest, and I don't know why. There never has been. I didn't do anything to this person. I've always been as sweet as a peach, and I don't think I've done myself a service because this person is from Ottawa. Let us welcome, not originally, let's welcome to the show, Rae Maitland. Hi, Rae.
Hi, James.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fun voice. It's a fun voice.
You know, I am originally from the surrounding area of Ottawa.
So the Ottawa Valley.
Well, the Quebec, Ottawa Valley.
Okay, so somewhat of a Franco-Ontarian.
No, not at all.
Oh, so somewhat.
Well, okay, yes. Yeah,
you flirt with being a Franco-Ontarian.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, where? Let's just clear the air. Yeah. I'm an open book, right? I don't like to hide stuff.
No, you don't.
I am from Prévost, Quebec, Canada. I am not a Montrealer. Rae, you are from where?
Wait. Prévost?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Prevost. So the Anglos, otherwise known as a Tate Carré, if you're from the Barnwell family, would call it Prevost. More francophones would eloquently pronounce it as Prévost.
I buy it now. So you are Franco-Ontarian.
No, not even close.
So you're Anglo-Quebecois like me.
I am Anglo-Quebecois. My mother's side of the family, English-Canadian with roots that are from Great Britain and Ireland. My father's side of the family, or should I say, mon papa.
Your first papa or your second papa?
My first real papa.
Ben oui.
Quebecer. So I am half French. People don't know this, but I am half French.
And people are knocking on your door, begging you to tell where you're from.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, they bang on my door, boom, boom, boom. I open, they go, hey, salut, dis-moi donc ville de naissance.
Colin de Ben.
See, Ray, we're off on a good foot here.
Before the show,
I wasn't sure.
No, it's because you don't know. I changed the tea that I was drinking.
Oh, you were drinking angry tea before the show?
Yeah, okay. With ginger.
Okay.
Now it's sleepy time tea, and I'm feeling slightly sedated.
Okay, Ray, can I ask you, what's going on? What's going on, Ray?
In general?
Yeah. You came in hot. I said, I'm not having myself a day, and but
it was cold out, James.
I know, Ray. I was wearing my long johns today.
I can. Oh,
that's funny. That's funny.
I just imagine them being really, really baggy in the butt.
No, they're not baggy in the butt.
Yeah.
I'm not this. People think I'm walking around with two Q-tips for legs. I'd like to think of myself. I don't call myself Little Cutie because it's a fun-sounding name. That's right. I am the one and only Little Cutie.
Is that your rapper name?
No, it's not my rapper name. That's my real life moniker. And this is all to say that I don't have a glutes that would render my long johns to be baggy. Horrible thing to say. Horrible thing to say. You know what? I don't even blame you.
But James, it's because in my mind, you bought them from Renaissance. And
leftover long johns?
You can't buy that stuff firsthand all the time. You can't. I mean, they're expensive.
And I'm buying in your mind. I've got no rear end, and I'm wearing leftover long johns that are tight, but everywhere but my fanny.
I didn't say they were tight everywhere. I said they were tight. They were very loose.
Okay, so I'm so cheap that I'm going to buy leftover long johns, and I see them, and I apparently I'm trying them on. I go, oh, they're kind of loose. I'll take it.
I didn't say cheap. I think, you know what? This world is full of burning trash cans full of clothing.
Yeah.
So buying it from the secondhand store, you're doing us all a service. I don't think you like what I'm talking about here.
Ray, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. But I'm telling you now, I'm not buying secondhand long johns, long underwear.
Is it because you're naked in them?
Is it because I'm not naked in them. I wear my underpants, then my long johns, and then some more pants.
What?
Is this news? Am I crazy? People don't wear underwear under their long johns?
Not if you're going skiing all day.
Well, I've never been skiing in my life. I'm going to the grocery store and back.
Yeah. That's why you don't know the truth.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess the truth is exposed I'm wearing underpants under my long johns, then my pants over. And they're not secondhand. I got a pair of long johns as a gift a couple Christmases ago.
Okay, from someone who wore them.
No, from someone too big that could ever dare dream wear the long johns they gifted me.
That's why they're saggy in the bottom.
They're not saggy. My long johns are as tight could be.
I'm happy for you. I am.
Yeah, and this is all to say, yes, I was cold today too. You were cold. We want spring, right? We can agree.
Yeah. I do. The wind was too cold. In general, I sat on a cold rock for a while. That didn't work out. I mean, my body temperature went down.
Why were you sitting on this cold rock?
Well, to get some sunshine, I guess.
I understand. And you
And
thought,
then,
I
when you
could sit on a bench, but let me take this cold rock.
yeah.
All right.
You never been there before? You never made that kind of decision?
Oh, where I'm looking one way and I see a bench, and I look the other way and I see a rock, and I go, you know what? Let me sit on the thing that's going to poke my anus.
You know what? I feel like you've got a different world in your mind.
Yeah. You and me are living in two totally different worlds. You've got me wearing these old long johns, and I'm living life in the fast lane, baby.
Sitting on a rock like this.
Rocks are pointy. What are you sitting on the smooth Ottawa rocks?
Yeah, they're all smooth here.
Well, I guess they have to be known for something good.
Is that good?
Yeah, smooth rock sounds nice.
Does that make it a pebble? I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyways, look, Rae, it sounds
Let's
like
try to
you and I both, we had our trials and tribulations today. Is that fair? Yeah.
I thought, when you asked me to come on, I thought, well, maybe I'll bring a wig.
Okay.
I didn't, but I could get it.
Well, what color wig is it?
I bought this wig at the secondhand store that it's attached to a hat.
Okay.
Or is attached to a hat. I'm just inspired by wigs. I'm inspired by wigs.
Okay. Rae, how about this?
Yeah.
How about you go get the wig and you try it on?
Right now?
Why not? Right?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
So Rae is going to go get a wig. We're going to see where this takes us. I didn't pre-plan anything tonight, in case you didn't know. While Rae is going to get the wig, we're going to be back on Monday, 9 p.m. You know the place and the time. I say it every GD show. Twitch.tv/@home with James. Who's going to be here? Well, guess what? Andy Asaf is going to be teching the show on Monday. He had Dirty Dave fill in for him on Wednesday, so they did a little swapski. Dave is going to be here too. Who else is going to be here? Tune in and find out, or you could follow us on Instagram at Home with James Show on Instagram. And I'll tell you what, that Instagram account, there ain't much going on over there. So if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, I could use a job that doesn't pay any money, you're hired. If you've got the skills to thrill, you might have what it takes to be my new social media coordinator. Just don't. I'll keep doing it myself. Rae Maitland is back. Looks like I can't tell if she's showing us the wig. It's like something out of a horror movie. Okay, so this looks like Alanis Morissette circa 99, I want to say. Rae, how do you feel wearing this wig?
I feel transformed.
Oh, okay, so we've got it. Yeah, Rae is someone else. Looks like she works at a used bookstore.
Got something right here with your name on it.
Oh, improv for actors. Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, so Rae we've lost her to improv.
This is so hot.
This
is what you should wear when it's cold out, James.
Oh, so instead of wearing long johns, I should wear a toque that's got a wig attached to it?
Yes, but this you have to wear underwear with.
Oh, I already wear underwear, so.
I don't know. I can't do it.
You come on my show, you fart, you're just dropping bombs.
Have you ever actually had that happen? Okay, so early on in the year when everything was what it was, I had a moment where I was on an early Zoom call, a meeting with people, and I didn't realize my mic was on, and my stomach made this like intense gargle sound.
You had an internal flatulence.
It was definitely internal.
Yeah.
But it was loud enough for the yellow square to go around my my screen, and I just feel like I needed to share that and let you know I've been there too.
I can't say that I have. I never have, but I suspect it happens. It happened to you. Your stomach gurgled so bad that it picked up the audio on Zoom and indicated to everyone, oh, Rae is speaking.
You got something to say.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah.
Have you been nervous ever since that might happen? I mean, it just happened now, but
Yeah, I'm really nervous about it. I just don't want anyone to know that I have a body at all.
yeah. Yeah, right. Isn't that a terrifying thought?
Yeah.
Look,
I
Ray, I'll tell you what, you come on this show with or without a wig, with your body, we accept you on the show. Okay?
Thank
I know,
you.
I know that before we got on the air, there was I could feel it. Things were not calm, cool, and collected. I thought me and Ray we're gonna fight on the air. That's what it's
Yeah,
come.
but you wanted that. You were like, this is gonna be great. Remember?
Yeah, I thought this is gonna give us something that we can, drink up. This is gonna give us something that we can really launch into. What are you drinking tonight? Is that an alcoholic beverage?
Oh no, this is just orange juice with some you know what? I got one of those fizzy water maker things.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Soda Stream.
Soda Stream.
Yeah.
Most of the time, have you ever met one of these things before? Most of the time,
I own one. I've met one. I own one.
Oh, okay. Well, does yours explode everywhere all the time? Because mine, I'm just like flooding my. No, okay.
No. Now you might have a newer generation one. I have the one that you have to screw in.
Oh, see that?
Yeah.
That's what I wish I meant that kind, but I don't.
So how about this, folks? If you've got one of the newer generation Soda Streams and it tends to have a bit of a spillover, let us know in the chat. What is Rae doing wrong and what could she be doing to make it right? So Rae, some of our viewers may help you.
Okay, I've been told I have to just believe in it more.
Oh, I understand.
But
you're going the more spiritual route when I'm going the more logical one.
That hurts.
You know what? You're right. I'm caught up with all the feistiness. I guess I'm feeling feisty. I have a bit of an iodine tongue now.
What does that mean again? I know you mentioned
iodine tongue. Well, that's I liken it to when you say something that's a little bit spicy, it stings.
Okay, so iodine's what you put on your cuts and wounds, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't create the wound, it just makes the wound hurt.
Yeah, it brings the pain out, right?
Oh, I see, okay. But it's also kind of healing it, right? It's cleaning it. So.
Of course, which I think, I like to think of myself as a bit of a healer.
Yeah. See that?
Well, Rae, what else is going on?
Well, I thought, I brought this here because I thought maybe you want to learn a bit of something.
About improv for actors? Well, sure, I'm not above learning. Improv is a journey.
You ever played the game Whoosh?
Whoosh? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I'm very familiar with Whoosh. Or as I call it, what a waste of time.
Okay, that you are spicy.
You know what? Look, I believe in getting down to the brass tacks in improv class. People, if they take a class, I want to learn how to play the guitar. You don't just hang around talking about the guitar. You use your chords to warm up. I'm all about finding the improv chords to warm up for improv guitar.
You know what I'm remembering? Our first improv class.
For people who don't know, which I taught you. I taught you improv.
Yep. And the first class that we had, Andy and I, in an improv, told each other we loved each other.
And how did that feel? That can be an intense moment in improv.
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Now, if it was intense in the before times, could you imagine, Rae, if you could, not even that, imagine with the mask, imagine without the mask, imagine in person, imagine in the Zoom world, imagine someone saying, I love you, currently in an improv scene. I think that would hit hard.
You think? Why?
I think people are starved right now for LOVE.
Well, you just said it to me, so thanks.
Well, you're welcome. Rae, I think that's about all the time we've got tonight. I want to thank you so much for being here. Rae, I think we're the God is on our side. We're in good graces right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, night.
Yeah. Good night. Rae, I love when you come on this show. Please come back soon, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Rae. That's Rae Maitland. Look, I like the wig and I like the toque. If I could pass on any type of former improv teacher feedback, I'd say, Rae, I want you to believe in the character you've got, follow through, stay committed, Don't be shy. Give some details. We need those details in order to use as a launch pad to get to the next stage of the rapport, the riff, the story that we're trying to build. It's Friday. I didn't want to plan too much. This is an easygoing night. If you're watching and you're thinking to yourself, I got nobody to spend Good Friday with. My family they live in Saint Margarita Bougabi, or maybe they're living out in, Peterborough. This is your family right now. I don't know if I'm your first father or if I'm your second aunt. I might just be a well-wisher. And if that's what I am tonight, I'm happy to be that for you. Let's welcome our final guest. He was in a bad way last week. Let's see if he's doing any better tonight. It is Dimitri Kyres. Dimitri, welcome back to the show.
Get it all done. Let me know what you find. All right, sounds
Dimitri.
good, Steven. Why don't you come over here with those findings? Oh, hey, James, how's it going? Hey,
I'm doing very well. I was not expecting to see you in some type of laboratory.
Oh, well, I was I was in a bad way last week, obviously, James, so I decided to, sometimes the party needs to end, unfortunately.
Well, you were partying hard for a full week. You had been eating cocaine.
Yeah, I was eating cocaine. I thought I deserved it. It's been a long year, and I really needed to pick me up, so I decided to just get loose, get fun. I don't know, James, aren't you starving for a little fun?
I'm going to tell you something. I would love nothing more than for someone to show me a good time. I'd love it.
It's really funny that you would say that, James.
Well, Dimitri, you've known me for many years now. Would you say that I'm the type of guy who likes to have a good time?
You like to have a good time, but your version of a good time is very different than regular people's version of a good time.
Okay. So what next? You're going to tell me I got a saggy ass too?
I would never say
Dimitri,
James.
Dimitri, hold on now.
Yeah.
Let's back that ass up for a second.
Oh.
What would you say most people's idea of a good time is?
Okay, most people's idea of a good time is like going out to a party or going to a bar or going to watch a movie or going to do something fun and outside their comfort zone.
Continue. What else?
Going
What else?
on an adventure, giving a gift, going to a birthday party, traveling, writing something, experiencing an art for the first time. Can I keep going?
Now you said my idea of a good time would be different. What would you say my idea of a good time is?
Your idea of a good time is like going to a party and petting a dog or hanging by the craft table and eating deviled eggs or, going for a walk in silence or like, hanging out by the water cooler and talking to somebody's dad.
I do get along very well with dads, but not just dads. Moms like me too.
Moms do love James.
See, I like to have a good time.
James, you have a great time. But
right.
Can I get back on point right now? Because
yeah, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take you off point on my show.
Well, I like to have fun and I like to talk to you, but everything you've been saying right now, James, I've actually been writing down.
Okay, interesting.
Well, you know me, James. Obviously, I'm the on-site correspondent most of the time. I also do tech on the show. Sometimes I like to come in with a gizmo because I am an inventor. I work in the laboratory full-time. This is my suite.
Well, of course, yeah, I knew that about you. We don't talk about it on the show often, but yes.
Yeah, we're actually above Alexis Neon, James. I have a new studio space here. What do you think?
Oh, so you're nearby. You're just up the hill.
Just up the hill, James. We get great reception up here. But more importantly, I finally have a space where I can conduct and take my inventions to the next level. And James, I made this next one specifically for you.
Oh, that is very interesting. Before we get into it, is this your lab coat?
Oh, yeah, this is my lab coat. What do you think?
Well, it looks kind of like a shiny negligee.
Yeah, well, I like to work hard and play hard, James. So I like to wear a work outfit that I don't have to take off when I go to my fun place afterwards.
The fun place?
Yeah, and I'll just leave that to me. That's my secret, James. What's yours?
All right.
So, I have something very special for you, James.
Okay.
Obviously, I do a lot of things on the show, but more importantly, I care a lot about you because I'm kind of worried about you.
You're kind of worried about me?
Yeah, COVID has kind of been kind of rough on a lot of people, but you're my baby boy, and I want to make sure that you're okay. I feel like, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, James, you're missing a lot of love in your life.
Is something that tends to come up on the show here and there.
Yeah. So, well, James, I'm worried about how you're going to get back into the dating scene once this is all over. I'm sorry to say it. I'm just kind of worried about it.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's been a lot of discussion about James tonight, and none of it good.
None of it good. But it doesn't have to be, James.
It's quite an interesting theory. Doesn't have to be good.
No, because I have a lot of faith in you. You're a cool customer and you're good with moms. So I like to think that you're,
and dads.
Oh, sorry, and dads. Thanks for bringing that up. I'll input that.
And frankly, I'm pretty good with uncles too.
Sure, but let's leave family out of this for a moment because I'm talking about like romantic love, James.
Yeah.
I think that you have a lot to offer, and I'm just kind of worried that, like an old pipe, when you don't use it very often, it gets all rusty and clogged with junk. So I want to maybe facilitate.
Yeah. So many corn cob pipes are rusty
and getting all filled up, all junked up. And I worry that your stuff is getting all junked up. And I don't mean your stuff. I mean like your metaphorical stuff, like your whole
I know.
body.
You've compared me to an old unused pipe.
Well, James,
but you know what? It comes from a place of love, right?
Yeah.
You said it, LOVE. What would we be if not for the care and concern of our friends? So if I'm understanding correctly, you think that I need to find some type of romantic love in my life.
That's
not
right.
From a family, not from a friend, but from another.
Well, James, I can't give you LOVE, obviously, but I want to kind of make sure that you don't get too rusty because the day will come when we can get back out there and we can date again. And boy, James, do I want to see you find that LOVE. It would make me so happy.
Now, are you assuming that I'm not getting out there? You can be honest.
I mean, yeah, I would probably say you have a reticence towards dating applications, technology in general.
Yeah, that's true. That's been very well documented on the show.
Yeah, so I'm kind of getting a little worried about that. I feel like you're getting rusty. And to get to the point, James, I've developed software to basically run endless simulations so we can kind of get you out of that funk, out of that rust, and we can get you back into your mojo, baby. That's my Austin Powers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you want someone to put this old pipe back in their mouth.
See, those are the things we need to work on. Because that's maybe not
something
that would go over.
Metaphor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm fascinated by this, James. So, I've developed a software. I've aptly named it My Special Friend. And I am going to run you through a simulation. It's a simulated
Which
date.
people seem to have a problem with that I refer to as the people that I'm with in my life. My special person or my special friend.
My special friend. Like, I can't think of a better name, James. So, Mr. Mickey, if you'd be so kind, I'd love to run you through a simulated date right now.
I'm ready, Mr. Kyres.
So just stay calm, be relaxed. I'd like to see James in his natural habitat.
Okay.
We're not online. We're not on the show. No one's paying attention. Don't mind all these young scientists documenting and monitoring your vitals throughout this whole thing. We're all taking notes. So relax and be calm. And we're going to I have no worries. This is going to go totally fine, James.
Sure.
Great. Okay, so James, speak calmly and openly and vocalize, please. It's very important.
Okay.
So let's run you through the first simulation, James. Hey, knock 'em dead, buddy.
Thank you.
Hello, James. It's a pleasure to meet you. You are handsome. I like that.
So James,
So you want me to answer?
So James, it's a date. You have to. She's looking. Please say something.
All right, can I start over? Can I get that dialogue again now that I understand? This is a date. No, you're right. It wasn't a good start, but in fairness, the rules were not explained to me.
So let me redo the application. Let me reset the application.
You got to do a restart.
Yeah, so I'm going to restart the whole application. James, you're on a date. Just please respond to this the
I'm
application.
responding as if this were a person.
Yes, sir. Yes, and it's very, very, very important.
Okay.
so that you answer.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I understand.
A lot of gunk in there. All right, let's try this again, James.
Hello James, it's a pleasure to meet you. You are handsome, I like that.
Well, it's also a pleasure to meet you. I am going to be honest, I'm not used to that type of forwardness, but thank you for the compliment. It's very nice of you to say, and you also look quite nice.
What do you like?
What do I like? Well, that's a great question. You know, I really like performance. I like the Montreal Canadiens. I love Christmas. Coca-Cola is one of my, favorite beverages. And, I like take it easy, listen to some music. And you?
Hockey is cool. Are you ice cold?
Am I ice cold? Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I am a little chilly right now. I didn't wear my long johns today. I wasn't expecting the weather to be so frigid, but yeah, I am a little cold.
Do you like to dance? Do you like to love?
I'll be honest, I haven't danced much in my day. I'm not opposed to doing it. I don't know how good of a dancer I am. Do I like to love? Yeah, I'd say I have a lot of love to give.
Wow, you are boring.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just trying to answer your questions as honestly as possible.
What is the matter with you? What is your malfunction?
I don't think there is I was just answering your questions.
You are a loser. My mother was right about you.
Well,
error system failure, error system failure, error.
Oh,
error,
jeez.
system
Oh, James, you
failure,
broke the
error,
application.
error, system
Oh, you
failure,
broke the
error,
application,
error,
James.
system
God
failure,
damn it.
error.
I was just answering the question.
Okay, all right. Turning it all off. Jesus Christ.
I answered the questions.
Well, James, you weren't interesting at all. And
What do you mean? I answered was I supposed to lie?
Well, no, I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, most people, I don't know, they elevate the truth a little bit, I guess. Jesus.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm a big believer in that honesty is the best policy, and if someone doesn't like your truth, then maybe it's not meant to be.
Well, I don't know why, but we've ran that algorithm like 100, maybe 120,000 times, and we've never had that kind of malfunction before. So I don't know, James. We're gonna have to. We'll run the application again. I'm gonna set you up with a completely new suitor.
Same questions?
No, of course not, James.
Okay.
What are you talking about? This is the goddamn
So you think I should embellish?
machine.
Want me to embellish?
Well, I don't know. You could try to elevate yourself a little bit. You're a great guy. Obviously, at some point we'll get to the nougat of what you're all about. But that's date 4 and 5. At first, James, kind of, give a little.
It's been a long time, okay? It's been a long time.
I understand that. Okay, James, would you like to be with David or Mark? Let's go with Mark. I think Mark's more your speed.
All right, so I'm going on a date with Mark?
Yeah, Mark Rowland. I've got his voice.
Mark Rowland?
Yeah, well, we're going to try something a little bit more like, close to home. And I know, look, hey.
All right, look, I'm willing to do whatever we can to get me back in the game.
Okay.
And if that means going on a date with Mark Rowland, sure.
And we've nailed his voice, okay?
All right,
let's do it, James. Come on, hey.
And in this scenario, do I know Mark?
Let's go with fresh. Just completely wipe that all away. You're going on a date. It's Mark Rowland, but you don't know each other, but you're going on a date. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Let's try it out, James. Hey, you got this, buddy. Me and the team are really rooting for you. God bless.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me just enable it here, and we're golden.
Hello James, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Mark. I'm really glad we were able to make this work.
Do you Dungeons and Dragons?
You know what? I actually don't. I have a lot of friends who do it, so I'm kind of on the periphery. I have very little understanding. Do you?
I got a nickname for you. It's Big Handsome now. How do you like that?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool nickname. Yeah, some people call me Lil Cutie, so Big Handsome is fun because it's obviously the opposite of Lil. Thank you.
Tell me more and more and more and more. Gimme it all, Big Handsome.
Well, okay. Well, I'm 33 years old. I live in St. Henry, self-employed. So I understand you also used to be self-employed. From what I understand, used to teach and perform improv. Well, I've kind of followed down a similar path. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. You know, I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. Yeah, I'm a easygoing guy.
How do you like it, Big Handsome? Sex, that is?
Well, that's kind of a forward question for a first date. I don't know if I feel comfortable answering that.
Whoopee my ass with your mouth.
What was that now? Sorry, Mark.
Wipe my ass with your mouth.
Well, I don't think I was doing any math. I'm sorry, have I offended you?
Taste
Mark?
my love, Big Handsome.
Mark, I have to tell you, I don't think this is working out.
Do you Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I told you I don't Dungeons and Dragons. Look, I just don't think we have anything in common, Mark. Maybe we can be friends, but even that seems like a stretch.
What is the matter with you?
What's the
What is
matter
your
with me?
malfunction?
Well, you opened this date
You
out
are
by
a
asking
loser.
if I like Dungeons
My
and Dragons.
mother was right about you.
What's
Error
that
system
now?
failure, error,
Oh,
error
Jesus,
system
James,
failure,
come
error,
on.
error system failure,
Come on,
error, error system
James!
failure,
It's a $1 million
error, error
machine,
system failure,
James!
error.
Come on! Oh, Jesus.
Look,
Simulation,
this is
stop.
This is making me rethink my real friendship with Mark. What did you think was going to happen? What am I going to lie to the guy?
What
This
is
guy-
going on with you? This
What's-
person liked you, James, and you just spat in their face.
His first question was, do I Dungeons and Dragons? And then he asked me, how do I like it about sex? That's too forward for a first date.
We have synthesized 100,000 RAND programmed relationship conversations, first date conversation. This is normal first date dialogue, James. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just a complicated guy.
When's the last time you went on a date? This is what people are talking about now.
Okay, that people are talking about this?
People are this is how young adults talk to each other.
Okay, the last time I went, or any date or a first date?
Any day. Do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Wipe my ass with your mouth.
I'm going to tell you, the last time I went on a date was the fall of 2019.
Oh, fuck me. A lot has changed. We didn't know that, James. I mean, we're inputted on 2023 and 24 right now. We're anticipating, because that's when the application's going to come out.
Okay, I understand. I have to be more contemporary. I get it.
I set that on easy, James. For
That
you.
was easy?
That was easy mode. Okay, well, all right.
I just don't think he did it for me.
All right, that's fine, James.
Doesn't that count for anything?
No, it's...
What about what James wants?
Okay, all right, James. I'm going to set it up one more time, and we're going to try this again.
Dave?
No, it's not Dave, all right? I'm setting it up. Look, here's the deal. We're putting you on extra easy, James. And,
all right.
And we're setting you up with somebody who, look, I know who your type is.
Mm-hmm. Who's my type?
You'll see. This is your type. Look, this is the thing. We were going to do this at the end if we had time. We knew this is basically an underhanded law, and you're supposed to knock this out of the park, okay?
Yeah.
So set to very easy. We want to see some reactions. There's not going to be much confrontation at this point in time. Like, you're both like 5 or 6 drinks deep. So at this point in time, a lot of feelings are coming out, a lot of vulnerability,
I don't drink.
Okay, well then, look.
I'm on a date with a drunk person.
No, but a lot of feelings come out when you're drunk,
right.
and when you're vulnerable with each other, that's when souls connect. It's very
fire the machine up. Let's do it. Super easy. Fine. I've never done this before. It's been a while.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Jesus. All right, James. I mean, you're making me look bad.
All right.
God bless. You got this, buddy. Just look. Chat's saying pay them a compliment.
Yeah.
And smile more.
Yeah, well, the chat's also saying date Jason Grimmer. So do we really want to listen to the chat in this instance?
Maybe not that much. Okay, so James, here we go. Have fun. And again, we designed this for you specifically, okay?
All right.
All right, good luck, buddy. Stay in there.
Hello, James. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'm really happy we were able to do this. You look
You are
great.
handsome. I
thank
like
you.
that.
Well, I aim to please. What are you drinking there?
Milk.
Oh, wow. Look, I've been known to enjoy milk in my day. I like the hard stuff though. 3.25 whole milk.
Makes you strong.
That's true. Yeah, it's
you
good for your
look strong.
it's good for your bones.
You got a bone for me. Big handsome.
Oh, you heard that was my nickname? I guess it's going around town. Yeah, I am big handsome.
Wanna take me home?
Well, I think that is probably the best bet. You've probably had one too many drinks. I think the best bet is to get you in a cab and in bed.
Wanna do my taxes?
Well,
with you, tongue?
what's that?
Wanna do my taxes? With you, tongue?
Well, I have to tell you, I usually do my taxes with a pen, paper, and a keyboard.
Wanna dancey with me?
I think you've had one too many drinks. I don't know if that's I don't want you to get sick, right? I don't want you to get sick. I'm looking out for your best interests.
Look into my eyes.
Ooh, I
Tell
am.
me the truth. Are you a man that like to get down and dirty?
You know what? Yes, I am. I like to get down. I am a man, but I just don't think it would be. You're very drunk. I don't know if it would be appropriate. And
Wow.
I was actually
that
talking
is
to your
so
daughter before.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, you know, when I arrived, I was hoping to strike up conversation with your daughter, and then we ended up talking, and I talked to your husband a little bit earlier as well.
Wipe my ass with your mouth.
Well, I think that's probably an awful idea. I think you're probably not going to remember this conversation tomorrow, so how about we go our separate ways? I find your family.
Look, asshole. We doing this or not?
Like I mentioned, you're very, very intoxicated. I don't think it would be appropriate to take a woman of your age home under the state that you're in. How old are you?
Old enough to dance.
Well, I can tell you really want to dance. You really want to dance. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Old enough to live.
That's great. I think, look, just no matter what our age, we should be able to have fun without any feelings of embarrassment or judgment. So that's fine. I'm uncomfortable right now. If we can be clear, I'm
I
uncomfortable.
got a motorcycle outside. I
That's
wanna
great.
take you for a ride.
I don't think drinking and driving is a good idea right now, ma'am. I think we should call you a cab, put you in it, and get you home and to bed. Maybe you have one more glass of milk.
What is the matter with you?
I don't think.
What is your malfunction?
Well, my malfunction is that I'm someone
You
who
are
doesn't
a
believe.
loser.
Yeah.
My
you can call me
mother
what?
was right about you.
Wait, your mother's still alive?
James!
Error
Oh,
system
son of a bitch,
failure,
James!
Error system
Come on,
failure,
James!
Error
Cancel abort,
system
Jesus!
failure,
Jesus!
error
It's exploding, James!
system failure,
Oh, Jesus,
error system
I'm sorry.
failure,
Shut it down! Shut it down! Pull the goddamn plug off!
Look, Dimitri, what did you want? You want me to take an elderly drunken lady home and give her a good time? That's appropriate?
No, I mean, James.
You wanted to take me on a motorcycle ride.
Wait, yeah, well, basically, yeah, we set up the perfect woman for you, James.
That's the perfect woman?
Yes, this is James. This is somebody who's gonna take you outside. You want somebody who's gonna take you, put you in the basket like ET, and ride you over the moon.
Well, coming in from the chat right now. I don't know if this is a good thing. Quote: "This is James's best date so far."
And you still blew the whole goddamn fuse.
This is not indicative of what my real life dates look like on any level.
Okay, well, I don't know. Does that mean we took all this government funding and we
Well, you got a grant for this?
We got a grant for this. Are you kidding me? All I had to do was name your show and who you were, and the money kept coming in.
Well, look, look, practice makes perfect, right? If anything, you've probably, drink up. I suspect you've probably received some new data on what you can do to improve the program. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry that I didn't want to go on a date with the old lady, Mark, or the first woman who was mean to me.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, James, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we have all the data here. I was really hoping to get your, I don't know, do you feel a little looser at least?
No, I feel wound up.
You feel wound up? Like in a
I feel
good way?
wound up now. Yeah, I've been verbally abused by all the date simulations.
Wow, whose fault is that?
I guess it's my fault.
I'm sorry, James.
It's fine.
I feel like I disappoint you. I wanted to do something nice for you.
I really appreciate that you worked hard on this, and I'm glad that you've reinvented the way that analysts wear lab coats.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. All right, James. I mean, we're going to run a few more algorithms.
Let's try it again.
All right, we'll try it again. Hey, buddy,
right.
don't quit on love, all right? Because love hasn't quit on you.
I never said I was quitting on love.
Just because 3 bad dates in a row wanted to abuse you and call you names and stuff like that. James, don't let that get to you. You're a handsome guy, extremely talented, very attractive. You're a great guy, James. I'm sure love will find you one day. It's just a 4-letter word.
Yeah, it's just a 4-letter word.
Oh, man. All right. Take it easy, James.
Bye, Dimitri. Love is a 4-letter word. You know what else is? Done. Because this show is done. What a whirlwind it's been. I promised a really good Friday, and I hope that we have delivered. If you're spending your Good Friday with us, I appreciate it. Whether you're watching from the comfort of your couch, your counter, or the boudoir, in which case, it's going to be a really, really good Friday. What am I talking about? Making myself sick. I want to thank Thomas Barnwell for being here, Rae Maitland, and Dimitri Kyres, as well as my 3 simulated dates. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.